How does a narcissist view their children? What truly goes on in the mind of someone who seems so incapable of genuine love? Today, we're diving into one of the most unsettling realities about narcissistic parents. This isn't just another video on narcissism. It's an in-depth exploration of the hidden truth behind how narcissists feel about their children, how they manipulate them, and why their love seems so elusive. What you'll learn today may shock you, but it could also bring clarity and healing. Before we start, I want to remind you to like this video. It helps ensure that this content reaches more people who are struggling to understand the pain caused by narcissistic parents. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Now, let's uncover the truth. How a narcissist sees their children. To understand the dynamic between narcissists and their children, we first need to understand how narcissists perceive their kids. For a narcissist, their children are not independent beings with their own needs and emotions. Instead, children are seen as objects, possessions that exist solely to serve the narcissist's ego. This distorted perception means that narcissists don't see their children as people, but as extensions of themselves. If a child makes the narcissist look good, whether through achievements, appearances, or behavior, then that child is temporarily valuable. However, if the child disappoints or challenges the narcissist, they are quickly devalued. It's not about the child's intrinsic worth or humanity. It's always about what the narcissist can gain. Some narcissists also view their children as investments. They pour selective attention into the child, not out of love, but in expectation of a future return. Perhaps they want admiration, obedience, or the fulfillment of their own unachieved dreams. The child is expected to play a role in maintaining the narcissist's sense of superiority, and if they fail, they are treated as a failed investment. Why narcissists cannot truly love their children. This brings us to one of the hardest truths about narcissistic parenting. Narcissists are fundamentally incapable of love. Love, at its core, requires empathy, selflessness, and the ability to prioritize another's well-being. These are qualities that a narcissist does not possess. A narcissist may claim to love their children, and they might even believe it on some level, but their version of love is transactional. It's conditional and always centered on what the child can do for them. True parental love is about giving without expecting anything in return. A narcissist, however, approaches relationships with a "what's in it for me" mentality, even with their own children. This lack of love manifests in subtle but devastating ways. A narcissist will withhold affection when it doesn't suit their agenda, punish their children emotionally for perceived slights, and prioritize their own needs over their child's every time. This leaves children confused, constantly seeking validation, and wondering why they never feel truly loved. The reality is that they aren't being loved, not in the way a healthy parent loves their child. How narcissists create sibling rivalries. One of the most destructive behaviors of narcissistic parents is their tendency to pit their children against one another. Narcissists thrive on control, and one of their favorite tools for maintaining power is to create division and competition between siblings. This often begins by assigning roles to their children. One child might become the golden child, receiving excessive praise and privileges. This child is idealized and becomes the narcissist's favorite, so long as they continue to meet the narcissist's expectations. Meanwhile, another child is cast as the scapegoat, blamed for the family's problems, and subjected to constant criticism and neglect. This deliberate favoritism destroys sibling bonds and fosters resentment, jealousy, and isolation. The golden child may grow up feeling immense pressure to live up to impossible standards, while the scapegoat internalizes feelings of inadequacy and rejection. For the narcissist, this dynamic ensures that their children remain divided, making it easier for the narcissist to maintain control over the family. A united front among the children would be a threat to the narcissist's authority, so they ensure it never happens. The narcissist's hatred towards their children. As unsettling as it is to admit, many narcissists harbor deep resentment or even hatred toward their children. While most parents see their children as a source of joy and pride, a narcissist often views them as competition. Children demand attention and care, things the narcissist prefers to reserve for themselves. The narcissist may envy their child's youth, potential, or ability to form genuine connections, which triggers feelings of inadequacy and bitterness. This hatred isn't always overt. Sometimes it reveals itself through neglect, subtle criticisms, or constant belittling. But children are incredibly perceptive, and they sense the underlying hostility. For a child, realizing that their parent dislikes or resents them is a confusing and painful experience. They may spend years trying to win that parent's approval, not realizing that the problem lies with the narcissist, not with them. Abandonment of parental roles. Another hallmark of narcissistic parenting is the abandonment of traditional parental responsibilities. While a narcissist may enjoy the superficial aspects of parenthood, like showing off their children's achievements, they often shirk the harder, less glamorous duties. Narcissists are often emotionally absent, even when they're physically present. They leave their partners or older children to handle the day-to-day responsibilities of parenting, while they focus on their own needs and desires. This absence can take many forms: refusing to attend school events, dismissing a child's emotional struggles, or avoiding any situation that requires genuine sacrifice. For the child, this absence is devastating. They are forced to grow up too quickly, often taking on adult responsibilities to compensate for the narcissist's neglect. Meanwhile, the narcissist justifies their behavior by framing themselves as the real victim, claiming they're too stressed or unappreciated to fulfill their parental role. The long-term effects on children. The impact of growing up with a narcissistic parent is profound and long-lasting. Children of narcissists often struggle with low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. They grow up internalizing the idea that love is conditional and that their worth is tied to their ability to meet someone else's expectations. This distorted understanding of love and relationships often carries into adulthood, affecting their friendships, romantic relationships, and even their parenting style. Some children of narcissists also adopt narcissistic traits themselves, perpetuating the cycle of abuse into the next generation. Others may become people pleasers, constantly seeking validation and approval from those around them. The journey to healing is difficult but possible. It starts with recognizing the damage, seeking support, and learning to redefine self-worth on their own terms. So, can a narcissist truly love their children? The painful but honest answer is no, not in the way we understand love. Narcissists are too consumed by their own needs, insecurities, and lack of empathy to offer the unconditional love that children deserve. But understanding this truth can be liberating. It allows us to set boundaries, protect ourselves and our children, and break free from the cycle of narcissistic abuse. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and share it with anyone who might benefit from this message. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content about understanding and healing from narcissistic abuse. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences in the comments below. Together, we can spread awareness and support each other on the path to healing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.